Been a while since I made any videos. Had had quite an eventful year. Not necessarily in the best way. It's been a struggle. This year has been a struggle. Mostly injury related. I'm gonna try different filming style, but as always, I'm not very good at paying attention to the cameras while I'm working. I don't like stop and go. So the stud is shot on this thing, and it's not because I used a impact gun on it. It's because the body of the saw got stripped out over years. Somebody else over tightened it. I don't really like to over tighten my stuff, but I do like this little like $30 Warrior impact from Harbor Freight. They say there's nothing great from Harbor Freight, but I don't know, I kind of dispute that fact. Saw's doing okay. This is the saw that I got hurt with. Trying to make peace with it, as I said before. Yeah, I mean, when you get injured, you gotta try to make peace with those demons. Sometimes I kind of do it for myself because I get to go back and watch videos that I've done in the past, or I get to see things that I've done in the past, and I go, hey, that's what it's all about, you know. Well, I had an unfortunate accident. I got slapped by my saw. I don't know if you can really see the teeth marks. But yeah, it was a pretty good one. I have other things. I don't know if you can see how swollen and crooked my finger is. And you can't really see it in my wrist, but I did tear some ligaments here too. It really hurts here all the time now. So, trying to get back on the saws, but it just seems like things keep happening. When everything happened, it was the height of show season for me. It was very busy. I was doing live carve shows every weekend, and I was taking some commission work. I'm not really one of those types to lay down and give up and say, oh, I got PTSD from this or that. That was at the height of busy season. I was working full-time job and doing all them shows on the weekends. Now, I no longer have the job and I no longer have the shows. I'm just getting back started on small commissions here and there. So essentially, I've been commissioned to do a big dog portrait, and this is pretty much. Sorry, I gotta wipe the phone. Every time I touch it, I get it dirty. This is pretty much what we're doing. I reversed this photo because I thought that was maybe going to be the way, but if we go this way, that's probably what we're going to end up with. That position. So that's what we're doing. We got a big tree stump. It's going to be a little bit larger than life-size dog. So off we go. So here's our stump. And thereabout you can see is the start of the head. Front paws are probably going to be about here, I'm thinking. Not really sure exactly how the body positioning is going to line up, but it's going to be a slightly larger than life-size dog. He's got a pretty big head right now to start. I'm trying my best to avoid all that now. Anywhere that I can avoid that kind of exposure, like if I finish this cut, I want to be back here behind the saw. because all it takes is that one, you know. And that's kind of why I left that piece there, because I wanted to get this narrowed down enough so that I could plug through. Here, I'm in a compromised situation because I want all of that space over here, but for now, I might need it over here until I decide exactly which way the body's going. So I'm towing the line again to put myself in an uncomfortable spot. As soon as I put myself there, then I'm raising the likelihood of injury and lowering the possibility of safety, of staying safe. So I'm always gauging that now. I'm definitely always gauging that. I'm thinking about it all the time now, which I didn't always consider all the time before, but things are different now. So hopefully my new wisdom will help some of you guys out there. May or may not. Some of you may laugh and say that I'm an idiot for how I got hurt. Yeah, I was pushing it. I was being dumb. I was doing the clown show. And I've already admitted to that. So yes, definitely put myself in a painful situation. It wasn't dangerous, but could have stopped, and ow, it hit my shin. But I couldn't really move my foot. Sometimes you're gonna put yourself in those situations, but you need to assess, is this really gonna knock me off kilter and screw me up, or am I just taking a risk of getting a banged up shin, or, you know, stuff happens. You're never gonna avoid it, and I'm pretty accident prone really as a person. I hate to admit to that. No matter what's going on in life, if I feel shut down and hurt and aggravated or just down and out, bummed out over stuff, every time I come here, good things happen. There's me with my carving. I know I'm not the prettiest thing in the world. Yep, just blowing off, getting the solids off there really made it look great. I like the antique-y look. I'm starting to see it now almost, guys. It's starting to look like these two knobs here. You see even the lines of my saw as I was trimming that. Maybe these two knobs, or I mean, I want it to be as tall as I can. You almost see his chest right here, almost like his two paws could be here. I mean, his tail might even be out here. That's why I saved these knobs out here. So yeah. Alright, so there's about an hour and a half in or so. I'm not sure. I'm losing track of time. I'm just working away. See, I'm starting to get the eyes established. Kind of got the ears sort of where they should be. Bat ears. German Shepherds remind me of bats. Things are already changing as I do this. I'm already seeing this going away. I mean, that's about 5 feet tall, but now our dog is gonna end up being more like 6 feet. I want to go down to this level to fit them all in, make his legs long enough, make him look good. I think I'm not really gonna worry about too much about pose. I think I'm in good shape to just put it where I feel like it should be. Cause see, he's still kind of leaning back with his feet out there, but I think that's a front foot right there. Starting to get my quitting time for the day. Personally, I don't like being around working when people are at home. I'm just that way. I'm private. That's how I like to work. That's why I had trouble working for that company, because I had to be entertainment as well as an installer. I mean, the people wanted to be there while I was working. They wanted to be watching over you the whole time you're working. And even if they're nice people and they just wanted to watch, and you know, I don't know. It's hard for me to see it as entertaining. I mean, yeah, if you want to do it, if you actually want to do it, sit and watch for a bit, and then next thing you know, you're in there helping out. That's how I got into it. I used to want to do it as a little kid.
You know, I always wanted the job of setting the block or striking up the line or building the frame. You know, nobody ever let me, so I had to get myself in there somehow. Just like with tree work, nobody ever let me climb. Even after I got good at climbing, nobody ever wanted to work with me on it. Okay, so there's day one. Counting yesterday just as a setup day because all I did was set up, moved a bunch of this stuff, fought the rain, shaved down the bottom part of the carving, got the scaffold set up, went up top, made a couple cuts, but I really didn't even start yesterday, so it was day one. There's about, I think I'm, what, four hours in? Maybe 5. I don't even know what time I really started, kept going. But I'm starting to get the shape. You see where about the tail's gonna be. I still can bring them legs down longer if I want, because the head is big. The head is very big still. I kind of left the head really big that way in case I do want to make it really huge. Had enough for today. Like I said, you know, it's with these things here, the way things have been going for me, I gotta quit whenever I feel like quitting, you know, and I don't think that's too bad for 3-4 hours of work. As far as I'm concerned, moving right along, guys will say, oh, I could do that in an hour. I don't really care. You want to do it in an hour, do it in an hour. I don't need to hear it. I'm not here to brag about who can do what and how short a period of time. I could do a lot of things in an hour, but I don't think I did that bad. We'll see you next time.